bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both the feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other nigga got a hip and shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, hoes don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, strippers getting naked before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back gay yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other rap nigga hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still on some hooligan shit. You be rapping by blow, I don't move in the shit. You talk about shooting out, now we're doing the shit. If I hit you in the face, you gon' be suing the shit. And if I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't shit cause I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back gay yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with the 2 guns drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got a tool and a vest, I can get some respect. I'ma make it hard for a sucker nigga to flex. Show him this ain't the squad for a nigga to test. Pimp, my nuts too large and we way too fresh. Work well with 9s, AKs, and texts. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna beef, nigga, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back gay yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the front yard yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back gay yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both the feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other nigga got a hip and shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, hoes don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, strippers getting naked before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
front to back gay yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other rap nigga hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still on some hooligan shit. You be rapping by blow, I don't move in the shit. You talk about shooting out, now we're doing the shit. If I hit you in the face, you gon' be suing the shit. And if I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard talk career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't shit, cause I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
.com. Got Nico in La Casa. Got Mr. Tony D all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Got the beautiful Crystal Light in the house with Pep Talk Podcast in La Casa. Man, everybody in the house, how y'all been? How y'all doing? Where in the heck have y'all been at? No, they've been here. No, it's glad to be back, man. Glad to be back. We are glad to be back. Of course, myself is glad to be back because we were banned from Facebook for about a month, something like that. I got blocked on Facebook on April the 24th, man, and they finally let me go live on my birthday weekend, so we're back on the airways, and the meet on the ones, we're back. So we got a lot of guests in the house, we got a lot of people in the house. Bienvenidos a todos. Any buddy tuning in on your timeline over there, Crystal? Anybody you want to give a shout out to down over there?
Not yet that I can see, but thank you to everybody who is following me over from the live earlier. So that's good. Let's have some fun.
Of course, it's always about fun, right? Always about having a good time. Let me see, doing some good things over here. No, over here, I'm working some magic over here. Doing things behind the scenes over here. Want to welcome in everybody, man. Thank you to all the fans, all the artists, man, that voted out there, man, at the 8th Annual All-Star Music Awards. That's where we were at about a week and a half ago, something like that, up in San Antonio, Texas. Yay, guys, we brought home a trophy. And I don't like to advertise it too much, but we did win a trophy on behalf of the fans and all the artists. I donated it to all the fans and artists, man, because they're the one that put in the work. And we got a very special podcaster, La Casa, and that's all we do, man. We bring in everybody, man. So if you wanna come on and tell us about how you got started on your journey, and that's just what we do. I want to welcome in a good friend of mine, Jason Borjas, man. He's got his own podcast, Latin Legend Podcast. I tune into his show, man. He's awesome, man. He does big things out there. I also want to bring in Jacob también too, man. His special guest, man. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are y'all?
Well, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, man, to sit in the hot seat with us, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
No, we appreciate everything you're doing, man, with the Legend Latin podcast, man. And
Thank you.
it's not easy, right? Doing a podcast, I don't know what days you air yours, but it's a work in progress, man. You gotta set up the interview, right? And then you gotta set up, the background, you gotta set up the microphone, the camera, the angles, and
Yeah, brother. Absolutely. You understand it, man.
and then if they don't show up, bro, you're there, you're twiddling your thumbs, you're like, okay, it's already gonna be 7 o'clock. Are you coming on yet? I mean,
Happened to me with two artists. No name, no blame. No name, no blame.
it's happened to me with several artists, man. I get it, man, because these artists are working, right?
Right.
They're taking time to come in and sit in the hot seat with us, man. And it doesn't matter if it's for a 30-minute show, an hour, or a 2-hour show. They're
Right.
taking time out of their busy schedule because they're recording, they're making music, they're making merchandise, they're with their families, So
Right.
so when they cancel, I mean, we understand, right? And there's some people that don't understand that. So
Yeah.
so how did you get started and want to doing a podcast, or call it Latin Legends, or how did you get going? How did you manifest all this?
Okay. So, and I do that because you'll see why, and you'll see why I brought my special guest here, Jacob, and how he played a big role in this.
Big Michael.
So I got TikTok, man, I want to say right after COVID, right?
Right.
And I didn't even know, TikTok, you could go live. I didn't know there was boxes where people could talk. I thought it was just videos. I swear to God, bro. Because mind you, I was with my wife, which is now my baby mom.
Right.
We had been together for 10, almost 11 years, and I had no social media, bro.
Wow.
None. And so, and of course, it didn't work out with her, and but we're still very cool. I mean,
Right.
there's no back and forth like other couples that I hear. Um, yeah, so um, I end up getting social media, right? TikTok.
Exactly.
Well, I got my Facebook back on. I deactivated it for over 10 years, and then got that right away, and then TikTok. So fast forward a little bit, me not knowing that you could go live or be in boxes to talk to people. I
Of
thought it was
course.
just videos. I land on a DJ,
Okay.
and no, I take that back. I landed on a somewhat of a podcaster slash influencer kind of thing, and I'm not gonna shout him out. He's from California, and only because he kind of did me wrong. But that's a whole other deal. It has nothing to do
Exactly.
with Latin legends. So I became his co-host. To tell you real quick, I became his co-host about what we were dealing with, men's mental health in that
Okay.
show. Me personally, how I fit in there is because I've actually gone through that, and I actually went through therapy for that. So I could relate to everything, and so
Right.
um, I had a falling out with that host, and he just pretty much didn't even warn me. He just kicked me out, blocked me, did all that stuff.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And so, I just kept it moving, man. And I landed on a female DJ that's still on today. And we came up with the thing because to help the culture, bro. Because you know, me personally, before even all of that, I would hear everybody saying, Tejano's dying. But and then I would think to myself, well, all y'all do is talk about it, but don't do nothing about it. So, you know, I decided to do something about it with that DJ. We started
Right.
we started a podcast, um, and what she wanted is she wanted to push the new artists, and I said, okay, cool, you do that. I go, and my thing is this. My thing is going to be we need to educate also the history part of whoever we have, and it ran smooth for a little bit,
Exactly.
and it ran smooth for a little bit, man, and that came to a halt pretty quick too. So we were just, our head butting each other, the whole time, and I still to today, I if it wasn't for her to get me started, también, I probably wouldn't be here.
Of course.
So while I'm on that podcast, this is where Jacob comes in. And Jacob, do you want to tell that part, bro?
Man, for one, first of all, I have never been on a podcast before. To be honest with you, this is my
It's
first
okay.
time
Don't
ever
worry about it.
being on.
Don't worry about it.
So I just want to say thank you for having me. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, but it'd be fine. So this is what happened. So I had a TikTok for a while, maybe like off and on since 2022. But like I said, I don't too much freaking zoom in. Nah, just playing. Nah, anyways, that's crazy, right? Nah, but anyways, I like I said, I was doing TikTok just to do TikTok, because everybody wanted to be the next big thing on TikTok, right? So I was like, I'll give it a shot. So I was just scamming through
Exactly.
stuff, just scrolling through stuff, and then I seen Jason on that podcast called Let's Talk Tejano. That was the name of it. And so I was just checking it out over and over, and I, what, what?
Or
Can you
don't
hear me?
mention names, Carl. Yeah,
Oh
but
my
don't
bad.
mention
No.
names.
Can you tell that I don't? Anyways, okay. So he was on that podcast. Sorry about that. Anyways, and I just seen I was like tuning in all the time, over and over, trying to check it out. And I seen him talking. I was like, man, this guy's really, really knowledgeable. I said he needs to have his own show. And so I was like, man, I wonder if I can do some stuff to try to help him out to get going. And well, my cousin, Jesse Perales, the late Jesse Perales, my cousin, I mean, I was talking to him about it. I said, man, what do you think about making a podcast? Because I wanted to do a podcast myself, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't
Exactly.
know nothing about the Hana music. I don't know nothing about the Hana music. So I'm like, I said, we can get the name and maybe have somebody run it, or that can be the main host. The first person I thought about was Jason. I was
Wow.
like, man, how about Jason? I was like, I told him, I said, how about Jason Borjas? I think he's on some show, right? And I was like, he goes, well, what do you think? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't think I can do it, but I can probably do like all the graphic design work and and recruiting and calling and getting people on the show and stuff like that. So then my cousin was like, well, what do you think? I said, well, I got to talk to him because he wanted to know how knowledgeable Jason was. So he was like, man, just set up a phone call for me and see what you think. I said, all right. So I set it up and I called Jason up. I said, well, he didn't even know nothing about it, right? So, and then I just hit him up. And how we met, what's funny is how we met. I hit him up and said, hey, Jason, I know you're on the podcast now, but I think you do a lot better by yourself because you're very knowledgeable. Not to take you away from that show or nothing, but and so he was like, okay, well, who are you? We started talking. And long story short, man, the story between me and him is like his name is Jason, and my brother's name is Jason. I'm Jacob, and his brother's name is Jacob. So it's like crazy, man. So we started clicking like that. So, and then I told him, I said, man, I'm interested in getting a podcast going, and I think you'd be a great fit to be the main host. And he was like, what? He's like, no, really? I said, yeah, I think you would do good. And I was telling him about my cousin Jesse Pedaz. He's like, nah, Jesse Pedaz is not your cousin. I said, yeah, he is. I promise you. Like, you know what I mean? And so I told him, and then I called Jesse up one day and I said, hey, Jason's on the line. I said, this is Jason. This is the guy that I was telling you about. I think he'd be a good fit for the podcast. But at that time, we didn't know the name of it at all. And so it was me, Jason, and Jesse for almost like about 45 minutes, right, Jason? Something like that. They talked for about 45 minutes, but I let them talk. And so like they got into some deep conversations about the past and the story and stuff
Yeah.
about the Hana music, this and that, right? And so
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
after that,
Um, Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
go ahead. So then after that, I just told Jason, I'll see you later. Y'all exchange numbers, do whatever you do, right? And so he said bye, whatever. And then I got off of that. I said, hey, Jesse, what do you think, man? He said, man, he's very knowledgeable. I like to talk to him some more, see if he knows more. Like, I want to really talk to him.
Of
I
course.
said, all right. So I just ate like that. And then I guess, Jason, you ended up calling him, right, one day?
Yes, Jesse had told me on that same phone call, I'm gonna call you Christmas Day. Um, what is it, 2024? Yeah, I think so. 2024. Yeah. So he calls me Christmas Day, and at 10 a.m. I still remember 10 a.m. and he just said, "Okay, tell me what you know. Start from the beginning. Start from where you can remember to the present." So 2 hours later, mind you, he didn't say not one word. 2 hours later, all he said was this: "Okay, that's it. All right, you're gonna be the host of Latin Legends podcast." Click. That's it, bro. Like no bye, no nothing. And I'm like, what just happened? You
Wow.
know, I want to. I want to say like maybe 24 hours or maybe less than 24 hours. I called Jacob here, and Jacob's like, "Hey, it's gonna be called Latin Legends Podcast." Da 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 da. He goes, "Let's come up with a logo." And I remember telling Jacob, "Look, I don't care what it looks like, as long as you incorporate the saxophone." Why the saxophone is because in Tejano music, in my opinion, it's the saxophone, gives it a whole different flavor to me, right?
Right. Of course.
So like the best groups in my opinion, would be Roberto Pulido because of the sax and David Lee Garza. And so I just told Jacob, hey, as long as there's a saxophone on there, I don't care what it looks like. And so of course you guys know that logo today. Um, but what's also kind of funny about that is that when we figured it out what it's going to look like, Jacob here goes, "Hey, do you see it or not?" He goes, "Are you looking at the logo?" And I'm like, "I'm looking at it." He goes, "What do you what?" He goes, "Don't you notice?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "Really? You don't notice?" And I'm like, "No, what?" He goes, "The saxophone. Jesse Perales plays the saxophone." That's all coincidence, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and pues, Jesse Perales played the saxophone for La Mafia for 13 years, plus Excelencia, and then Los Magnificos Siete. He was helping out at the end, and I'm like, oh shit, I was like, that's crazy, bro. I didn't even notice that. So, you know, after that, man, we launched. Jacob here. Well, before we launched in January, Jacob was doing wonderful things on with graphics like coming soon and all the like little videos and stuff. That's his metal mole. Like that's what Jacob's good at, and I don't take
Right.
that away from him. He knew how to not make you swipe. He made you stay there and watch like that. So with that being said, man, we started getting a lot of attraction in December, a month before we launched. And what when when people start looking, the haters come too. And I built up a big list, bro, or actually a line that stretches around the block. Till today, till today, it stretches around the block. No, I'm
Wow.
just being serious, man. It just stretches around the block. And
At least means
man,
you're doing good. In that first year, they try to knock me down for the first 6 months, man. And they couldn't. And you know, they couldn't because they don't understand that my knowledge beats everything. You know, you could try to do this and that, try to interfere with my team, still won't. You're not going to affect me. You're not going to take away what I know, because I'm really about that culture. You know, I know some people on other podcasts, they literally mention it, man, to the people. Well, I don't know nothing about Tejano. So how are you like a host for Tejano then? Like it never made sense to me that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't, and I would tell them like, don't say that. I go, the artist is gonna hear you, and they're gonna be like, why should I go if you don't know nothing?
Right.
And but I mean, I don't know if that person still says it till today, but he would say it a lot. You know, he would say it a lot, and so, um, yeah, that's pretty much, man. And the first year, man, I mean, I ran myself to the bone because there would be times where I was going live 5, 6 days a week, man. And only because the opportunity came with some of these artists like that. We're on their time, not our time.
Exactly. Right.
Like David Lee Garza, I would tell him because he would ask me, "What days are you on?" Tuesdays and Thursdays. I could do it on Wednesday. Well, guess what? Now we got to go on Wednesday.
Right. Yeah.
It's either that or pass up the opportunity, right? I mean,
Somebody else. Yeah. Somebody else is going to snag that opportunity.
exactly. And so, yeah, man. And I'm glad that we got nominated for the Guadalupe Awards on our first year. We even made top five, going up against Bumper, Rock and Roll James, Keith Leal. Just being there, man, is I mean, I wasn't expecting it. Not on my
Right.
first year, you know. Um, but I meet these the older artists, and they tell me when I meet them, when I see them for the first time, they're like, "Hey, I caught your show," and I'm like, "I didn't see you go in there." He goes, "No, I watched from the outside," and I go, "Why?" And they go, "Because I don't want to take the shine away from from the artist that you have there," and that make perfect sense. So, um, yeah, man, and we're still grinding it out. I've slowed down a little bit, trying not to do it every day because in the process, man, in that first year, I thought about quitting, man. And the reason why is because Jesse Perales passed away, man, in March of that same year that we launched.
Wow.
Um, Jesse was supposed to be uh, my first artist to interview, but he didn't have enough people to come in the box on TikTok, and so we rescheduled, and he never made it to that date, man,
Wow.
because he suffered from um, diabetes, and so he was going to to do that blood thing 3 times a week.
Right. Yeah.
Dialysis.
So dialysis. He was doing dialysis 3 times a week, and so he was worn out. And you know, I remember the day that he passed, man. He called me in the morning, 9 a.m. He tells me, "Hey," he goes, "I need to talk to you about something." He goes, "I'm going to the hospital." He goes, "I think I have fluid in my lungs. They're gonna drain them out, and I'll be out tomorrow." He goes, "It happens to me all the time." All right, Jesse. And I waited for that call, bro, and that call never came. And I get emotional about it, carnal, because I got to know Jesse on a whole different level. Um, man, it and I always wonder, like, what did he need to tell me? And not only that, I can't stop this podcast as much as I want to. I can't, because I don't know if it's gonna be good enough for Jesse. Because I'm doing this for Jesse, technically. You know, he could have chose anybody from the industry, bro, but he didn't. He chose me, man. Somebody just a fan of the music, bro. That's all I am. I keep saying it so much. I can't stress about it. How much I say it. I'm just a fan of the music, trying to keep our culture alive. That's all I'm trying to do, and give the flowers to the OGs, man, that paved the way. Because back in the '90s, when the labels were here, they didn't thank them when they left. They just fucking left. And if it wasn't for the OGs that made the music that we still listen to today, and make us feel a certain way when we hear it, so that's why we give them their flowers, man, and the thank yous for everything they've done for the culture, man. And so here we are, man. That's pretty much where we're at right now. This is our second year, and we're still rolling. Um, and we try to, you know, we just try to get more and more artists, man, and we don't deny nobody. And con más ganas to we interview artists that never made the radio, bro.
That's
Because
something
I
that.
I can tell you right now, man, there is a top five in Tejano, all from the whole state of just in the state of Texas, not even including, where y'all are at in Florida and California, not even including that, but just in Texas itself, there's at least a top five that never made the radio, bro. And I promise you that. And I'm gonna tell you one of them, Samuel Ramos Sr., bro. Y los tesoros de Samuel Ramos. He's an accordion player. So, and their sons, which is Samuel Ramos Jr., he had Grupo Retoño. So the father, super underrated. He can write music. He wrote a song that made David Lee Garza the 1392 album. You know, but no one ever talks about Samuel Ramos, and that's my job as the podcast, to do that, to give them that light, bro, that they never got before. And that's where I got to leave it at for now, man. If y'all have any questions, you feel more than happy to ask me.
Well, just to touch on your thing, Jason. I haven't really been doing this podcast very long either. I believe I'm going like on my fifth year, fourth year, something like that. And there still is a lot of learning for me as a podcaster, right? And
Right.
still learning the aspects of it. But I was on a radio station for I believe 6 years, and online, mind you, and that's where I started, doing these upcoming artists, and don't get me wrong, I would do the legends, legend artists, but I was opening doors for the upcoming artists that never got the shine, that they from FM or AM or any online radio station would do. So I would go hunt. I'm like a hunter, man, over there looking for male artists, female artists, a band. So that's something that I would do, is bringing these upcoming artists on the online radio station, give them a platform to showcase their new music. It may not be the music that I liked it at the time, or my fans liked it at the time, but I was showcasing their new music, right?
That's great.
And so I was like, you know what? How do I incorporate this on a podcast? So I went through trial and error through different streaming platforms. Um, of course, they didn't have TikTok when I was trying to go over to Facebook Live. I went Facebook Live and started doing interviews, started doing, and then I started looking into, like, okay, well, I need to get really down and do this and do a podcast. And so to this day, man, I interview anybody and everybody that wants to come and get that come and get interviewed and tell us their life history, their careers, and I do upcoming artists. And don't get me wrong, I still like the legendaries because they paved the wave for our upcoming artists to better themselves, right? But I still continue to support all the upcoming talent that's in the industry. Rather, if you're in Tejano, country, Latin pop, R&B, whatever you are, I support it all, man.
That's good,
Um,
bro. That's
and
good because we gotta have that too, bro. The way we gotta have the old school, there's gotta be the new school too. And
exactly,
kudos to you, bro. Kudos because you what'd you say, 5 years, bro?
at least
You
close
see,
to five,
yeah, you're
at
three
least.
years ahead of me. So, hey, man, you're good, bro. Keep going, bro. Just keep, And I'll tell you real quick. When I first started, Bumper Gomez called me on the phone, bro, and he told me, Jay, this is what's gonna happen in your first year. Everything he told me, man, happened. He goes, you're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to do this. Don't do it, Jay. Keep going, bro. And Bumper told me, he goes, this is what's gonna happen, Jay. He goes, because I did. I went through it, Jay. And if you have any questions, just call me. So shout out to Bumper, man, that he he was watching from afar, man.
No, and that's a good friend of mine too, man. Bumper with Wacky Wednesday, man. He's the one that actually got me going, man, and showed me like lot of the stuff, man. The microphones, the podcast system. And yes, it's not cheap. I did post it back when I first started on the show, man, and it's not to brag of like what we have on our shows, but it's to show the appreciation what we do for our audience, man. And but going back to him, man, I watch his shows all the time too on Wednesdays. I know he's probably live right now because it's Wednesday. He does a show on
Right.
Wednesday, and but the thing is, we me as a DJ, me as a podcaster, I show a lot of love to everybody, man.
Yeah.
And within the years, man, I've gained people that show us love, show us support, and I've gained those haters just like you guys, man. And I. But the thing is, man, I just kill them with kindness.
There you go, bro.
They want me to go on Facebook Live to go bash them, to go talk bad and make me look bad to all the people that are watching.
Yeah.
Uh, but I just kill people with kindness. I kill them with a grain of salt, and I try to. Here's my thing, Jason. How can I support your podcast if I don't get a tag, or if you don't say, hey, or even throughout the day, hey, I'm going live at 7. Can you share it on your Facebook? Can you give me a reminder? Like, I mean, I got other things going on. Like, I'm a DJ, I'm a promoter, I'm a manager, booking agent. Got my own podcast going on. I got a lot of things going on. So
Yeah.
if you don't tag me, how do I know you're live? I know Crystal Light has her live podcast on Wednesdays también. I told her the other day too when she told me about her podcast. I said, tag me. Make sure you share it to me on Facebook, because that way I'm able to share it and tune in. Like,
Understood. Understood.
it's not that I'm against everybody, right? But
Right.
tag me, share it to my Facebook so I can watch your show. I mean, that's just me.
Right. No, no, yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. And sometimes I don't even share it out when I go live, bro, only because I get into this zone, bro, especially if it's an older artist, bro. And I have a tendency of forgetting things, bro. And you know, I gotta be in my zone, bro. Pretty much, bro. I have to keep it real with you. I have to keep it in, and that's why I have moderators and stuff like that because they share it out for me. Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom. And but yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of that, bro. That I don't share it with a lot of people, and I know there's something. I know artists are like, share it with me, please. Text it to me, throw me the link, please. And I totally forget, bro. Because why? I'm so concentrated on getting these facts right, man. Because I don't. The reason why I just say facts, bro, because I've heard other podcasts, bro, and I swear I want to go in there, but and say that's not true what you're saying. That is not true. I'm nobody here to do that, you know? I'm just like, you know what? With time they'll know that. And yet there's like 50, 60 people inside and they're believing the lie. And I'm like, oh well. I'm like, I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just saying, like, make sure y'all, especially to them, make sure your facts are straight. And I tell them, because they've wondered, how does he know all this? How does he know all this? And I tell them this: you can Google everything you want. I go, you'll never find that answer. You know why? I tell them, you know why? Because I've actually hung out with some of these artists. That's why. And unless you were there that day, you'll know. But if you don't, you don't. Not what some of them even called me out. They're like, let me Google it. And I go, if you find it on Google, let me know. They never respond after that, bro. I'm sure they look. I'm sure they look because they trust me, bro. They've been trying to prove me wrong, but they can't, bro. It's like, stop trying. I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. But to each their own, you know.
No,
And that's why I got him to go because he knows his stuff, man.
no,
For
we got
sure.
people tuning in from Arizona, man. Saludos, man, to Johnny J. Martinez out there out of Tucson, Arizona. Saludos to the managers of the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, Paul and Jessica out there, man, out of Phoenix, Arizona, man. They're doing their thing out there. Also, shout out to 11-year-old Serena Everly. She's one of the New Mexico Radio Talk Show co-hosts. She's a good co-host out there. She's checking in all the way from 210 area, San Antonio, Texas, man. Bienvenidos a todos. Crystal, Tony, got any questions for Jason?
Yeah. What would you say has been your most memorable interview so far?
That's a very good question. There's been two, and I can't, decide. I want to say the David Lee Garza interview and the Brando Mireles interview. The Brando Mireles, I still remember like it was yesterday. So Brando has a TikTok, and then 10 minutes before he needs to get on, he calls me and he goes, brother, he goes, you're going to kill me. And I'm like, what happened? I forgot the password.
Ooh, a la máquina.
I'm like, Brando, don't joke like that. And he goes, no, carnalito. He goes, for reals. I no lo sé, bro. And I'm like, oh my God. I go, oh, wait a minute. I go, how far do you live from Oscar G? Like 5 minutes. I go to Oscar G's house. I go, I know he's still awake. I just spoke to him. So I called Oscar G. I go, Oscar, I need a favor, carnal. And he goes, ¿Qué pasó? I go, Brando's on his way to your house. Get on TikTok, por favor, because we got to do this interview. Yeah, tell him to come by. Go for it. That's how that happened, bro. Mind you, we were supposed to start the interview at 8. We didn't start it till like 9.
An hour later.
Yeah, bro. He was driving from San Antonio to Eagle Pass.
A la modis.
Yeah, bro. I was like, but you know what, bro? Everybody stuck around because people told me, how the hell did you get Brando, bro? How the hell did you get Brando? And, I'm going to give the credit where credit is due. I'm going to give it to Oscar G. Oscar G is the one who set that up for me. And who gave me Oscar G is a very, very good friend of mine, Ralph Pesina from Monterrey, who controls the merch for David Lee Garza in Monterrey.
Okay.
Ralph has been there with me since practically day one as a fan. And little by little, we started talking. And I made him officially, a member of Latin Legends, And I told this to Ralph. Ralph, the day that I can't do this, the day that I don't want to do it anymore, I go, I don't want this Latin Legends to die, but if it's not you hosting, Ralph, then it's nobody. That's the only person I trust to take my spot and to take over. It would be Ralph Pesina, because Ralph actually knows more than I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. He schools me. He makes me look like a kindergartner when it comes to that. I'm serious, bro. I've had conversations with him, and I'm like, bro, how do you know that? I don't ask him, but I'm just like wondering, how did he know that? Like, heck, I didn't even know that. But there is some things that I do catch that I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that or whatever. But no, Ralph really, really knows his stuff, man. Like, I'm telling you, whenever I have a question, I have to ask Ralph, and Ralph's, more than happy to share that with me, because Ralph says that he's spoken to some of these legends when they go to Monterrey, and they tell him, what he's doing is great for us, because, you know, like Adalberto Gallegos, I interviewed him, and Adalberto, he said it on my show, that I pretty much pulled him out of retirement, bro. He's back, you know. And so he did like a podcast tour. He did Rock and Roll James and my podcast, but he did mine first. Just throwing that out there. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, we're here, and we're trying to get everybody, bro. We do interviews the new people to help them out too. We do. We did it the first year, man. And uh, one artist, and I'm gonna say his name because I give credit where credit is due, and the one that had something going there for a minute was Jay Sterling, man. He is a good artist, man. Like, he's good at what he does, and his lane, and you know, um, and I hope I wish him the best, man. I really do. I wish him the best. I love the cover that he did of David Lee Garza, Para no pensar en ti. That, I mean, even though, I really don't talk to him, I'm always gonna say that that's probably in my top two right now for as far as his songs. It's a cover, but I mean, the way he did it, his style is great. It's great, man.
No, it's where it's at, Jason. This industry is really, really tough, man. And for you to continue, man, and I think we've all had that little hiccup where we wanted to, stop what we're doing and not continue. I've had that little bump in the road también, and but it's these artists, man, that keep me going, man. I've had some great advice from upcoming artists and legend artists, man. They're like, why are you going to give up for something stupidity? So, I still continue, whether you feel like my show or not. I mean, give me the advice.
Right.
I give you the advice. Hey, I mean, I'm here to help, So, I mean,
Yeah.
to grow my show and make your show better. Hey, that's what I'm all about, man. And I know Crystal has, like I said, she has her podcast, and I'm like, right before we got on with you, we're working trying to get you on. We were I was just telling her, hey, come and use my platform. I'm here to help. I mean, anybody, if I can create something for everybody, hey, man, I think I done my job. As I mean, I still got a lot of learning to do from to match bumper and rock and roll, and I mean, those are big idols
Oh
of
yeah.
mine. All of
Yeah.
them to this day. I watch their shows all the time. So one of these days, man, I'm gonna be on Bumper Show. One of these days, I'm gonna be on uh Rock and Roll James show, man. I got to make the trip, man, to go to Bumpers and go to Rock and Rolls, man, and then hopefully I can be on your podcast, and hopefully Crystal can be on your podcast, and
Absolutely.
vice versa. Everybody
Absolutely.
share the love, man. That's what we're here for, sharing the corazon and the love of the music, man. Because to me,
Yeah.
Jason, I don't think the music is dying. I don't think the Hano is dying. To me, I just think it's the people is what's making it die because everybody bashes here, bashes there. That's just my opinion, but um, I think if everybody was to get along in this industry, podcasters, promoters, DJs, everybody else, club owners, everything, event owners. I think this industry can really grow. Really, I mean, that's just me.
No, yeah,
And
you're
everybody,
right, but
all the
we got to
right
get
economy,
everybody to think like that. That's the problem.
and I
You know what I
interview
mean? We
everybody.
got to
I
get
don't care,
everybody
you
to
know what
think
I mean?
like way. Yeah, I do. I do know what you mean, and I've heard it hundreds of times. And it's sometimes I think an idea should just stay an idea at this point because we've been trying to get everybody on board and everybody on board and everybody on board, and it just seems like we're just peeling out in the same spot, bro. We're just there like that. Da, 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 da. We're not going anywhere, man. And the reason I say that, bro, is because everybody has their opinion, and there's nothing we can do about that. But to
No, you're
answer
right.
your question again, it would be David Lee Garza and man, and then Brando Mireles, to be honest. But Gary Hobbs is real close to that too. So I'm gonna pick three, those three: Brando, David Lee Garza, and Gary Hobbs.
Oh, look who we got in the house, man. Good friend of mine, Brenda Blanco. She's in the house. She's a host with Jason Borjas, man, on Latin Legends. So be sure to check them out, man. Brenda's in the house. She's busy, bro. She would have been here with us, man.
Yeah, I told her to come by, but she had something to do. You know, speaking of Brenda, she's a great co-host. Great. It's exact because I've gone through a few co-hosts and how can I put it?
Let me
It
just put it out
seemed
there to you guys. I got 60. So put that out there at least.
no, no, no,
I don't got
no.
enough
I don't have
fingers.
that many. I don't have that many. It's just for that person that was there with me at that specific time fit perfect for what we were doing, and you know, I still give them like a chance to okay, now we're gonna do this, and I see that they struggle. And with Brenda's like I can jump everywhere with Brenda and she fits perfect. So I tell her, "Hey, you're my co-host. Like you are what I've been looking for this whole time. Because anywhere we go with it, she's good at it." So shout out to Brenda Blanco.
pretty
No,
much. So this
no, go ahead.
is my first, and everything that I heard so far, it's just what you're doing for the artist, and show. It seems like you're doing it for the love of music, which I appreciate. It's not all about just you on want to do this. To me, want to get the recognition, and sometimes they can't, and or even being comfortable. So I see that within you, and that's on that.
Thank you, bro.
I just want to ask you. So, is there
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? You're cutting off.
like like how you within your podcast? How do you face them?
Yeah, the challenge is that I couldn't relate as an artist, and that's why I have Brenda. Some of these artists, I remember they would talk to me like if I was an artist myself, and I couldn't understand that part as an artist part on that side of it. So I would I'd be like, yeah, I get it, but I really didn't. So, like I said, Brenda's she's got everything. And so when I can't understand it, I know that Brenda understands it
There you go.
because she's an artist herself. So yeah, I mean, other than that, bro, nothing has really been a challenge like that for me.
It,
Love and trying to give up on Tejano music and through your podcast and all you.
No, absolutely. Thank you, man. Yeah, and shout out to my mods, that are there week in and week out. I get it. They donate their time to us, and I try to get them a little something here and there, when I can, just to show that my appreciation and because technically they don't have to be here, they don't have to be here, and but they believe in what me and Brenda are doing, and so that's why they're here, and so shout outs to them, R&M Promotions, um, and Missy, she's from Virginia, and she told me I don't know nothing about Tejano, but I know everything to do as a mod, so I'm like, okay, well, you're perfect. You just stay right there. You handle that part.
Yeah, 100 the rest.
You,
No, few shout outs, man. We got David Villa, man. He's a good friend of mine. He was an Oakland Raider back in the day, man. And he shows, and this is a great example right here. David Villa, man. He shows a lot of love to a lot of DJs, a lot of podcasters, and a lot of people in the Tejano world. Even though he's doing his thing, his other career is movies and acting. And I mean, and he's a prime example of what I call support, man. This guy tunes in not just only to my show, tunes into a lot of people's show. I'll pop in, Jason, and I said, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, David over here, he may be on a film set, he may be taking a break, instead of getting a drink of water or getting something to eat or talking to his wife or talking to his family, he's over here showing love and support to the podcast and the DJs and the artists, man. And of course,
that's
like he wants to support for himself. So he's showing the support love back. So we got Brenda Blanco in the house. She said hello to everybody. Got a good friend of mine, Esmeralda Garcia Benavides. She's in the house. She's one of our hosts as well. She's checking in with us. We got Jolie Al saying hello all the way from the city, the Chicagoland area, man. Bienvenidos. And also, big shout out to Joey Guerrero. Says, Órale. Bendiciones a todos from the windy city of Chi-Town, man. Bienvenidos, man. We got everybody checking in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time out there, man. This is Jason Borjas with Latin Legends Podcast. If you're burning now checking in with us, man, awesome gentleman, man. Follow his podcast. So Crystal, Tony, any questions for Jason?
Yeah. So where can we podcast?
what was that?
Tony.
Where can we view your podcast?
On TikTok, and we go live. We try to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays, but like I said, it all varies también on the artist. Sometimes we'll go on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
All right.
And so what we also offer is like whenever they're dropping a single, like right now, before I got here, I was live with Grupo Ambición from the 956. They just dropped a single. It's a cover of Juan Gabriel, and and just to let everybody know where they can go stream it and stuff like that. If people want to get them for a private event, boom. So we go live for like about a half an hour, promote that, and boom, off we go. So it's not just interviewing them and then letting them go. No. Like, hey, if you're still around making music, come back. Like, you can come back. Let us know what you got going on. So that's another thing that me and Brenda also offer there.
Right on. Is it just you guys looking just to are you not open up to like interviewing like other artists, as in like other genres like pop or like hip hop or something like that?
I've thought of it, man. I really have. Eventually, I think we might get there. What I really want to do before the end of the year, man, is interview promoters, especially promoters that were around in the 90s. And then I'll work my way to the present day, of course. I've done a few present, Victoria's Promotion. Shout out to Victoria's Promotion, I've done her. I also did what's his name? He's been around forever. He's actually the manager of La Fiebre. Um, I can't remember his name right now. But anyways, I done him, but I want, and I'm right now we're kind of transitioning into uh interviewing old school DJs, bro. So
Right
shout out
on.
to all those DJs, man, because without them, bro, we don't hear nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're gonna start getting into that pretty soon here with DJs. Start interviewing the DJs on where they got started and
Right on.
why do they keep doing what they do. So we're
No,
trying to get everybody, man.
Yes.
We're trying to get everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a roadie. It don't matter. You deserve your flowers.
you
And that's
deserve the
why I don't mean to
spotlight.
interrupt you, but that's why Jesse said if he's gonna do this and be the main host of the show, that he wants him to interview everybody from the front of the house to the back of the house. Everybody that knows and lives the Harlem music, put them on your show.
That is awesome.
And
That's
that's just
awesome.
what we try to do here on our podcast, man. Is just try to give everybody a green light and a spotlight that a lot of other radio stations and other podcasts don't give them an opportunity, or YouTube channel, or even a radio station, man. And it's crazy. I don't even have a radio station, but I still put out their music. Like if tonight's show would have been canceled, I would have got with my team here, and I would have been like, hey, we're gonna do, half an hour, nothing but puro música favoritas, tejano, old school, new school, and put the new music that's out there, and so everybody's like, man, you got a radio station? No, I wish, let me get some sponsors and I'll get a radio station. I mean, está cabrón, man,
For
it's
real.
expensive to run a radio station, man, and then to dot your T's and dot your I's with the radio station, make sure you don't get copyrighted and all that and all that BS on the radio station. So eventually, man, I believe that's what I'm gonna try to push for, man, at the end of the year, man, and try to get my own radio station and get some DJs to come on, throughout the day, throughout the nights, and I'll have my spot, do my spot morning, nights, or whatever, and then the DJs will have their spots and have a big sponsorship, pay the DJs and pay for the station. But it's all a work in progress, man. But like
Yeah.
I like giving back, man, to all the artists that are out there. But we do a lot of events, a lot of shows, and we give platforms like Jason. Anytime you want to come on our show, man, our doors are open. You got an event going on, you're doing something for our cultura or onda. You got. I'll give you my number right after the show, man. You can call me at any point in time if you're feeling down. You need somebody to talk to, man. We're all here to help. That's why I got Crystal Light on here too. Got Tony
Right.
V. It's his first time being here with us as a host. He's an artist. He's one of the artists I manage and promote. He's a very, very great artist, man. Very, 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 very talented. He does pop. He does R&B. He does everything. Crystal does her own thing too. She plays her music too. She's got some great music out there, working out there too. Um, but yeah, everybody listening in, man, thank y'all for listening in, man. If you got any questions for Jason, drop it down in the comment section. Let us know what you got for Jason. Follow their podcast, man. It's all about showing love, support, and like I said earlier, Jason, it's tough for me to support if I don't get a tag or if I don't get it shared on my Facebook. Like if I don't see it on my Facebook, well, how do I know when Jason's live? I mean, or how do I know when Crystal's live, or how do I know when myself is live? Because I don't tag myself. I mean, it happens. But
Right.
then people go on Facebook. Well, oh, Hen Dog says he promises and pushes other podcasts. Well, how do I how do I make that promise if I don't get a tag? So if you tag
That's
me,
right.
I'll do it.
I
And
got you.
it's just the truth. Like it's just like, and sometimes I forget when Bumper's on, and he's a good friend of mine, and I forget. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I have to literally message Bumper. Hey Bumper, can you let me know when you're going live so I can show my love and support for a few minutes before I get on my show? Cause I think he starts at 7. And that's already 8 o'clock my time. So I go in there real quick, give him my love, and get my quick shout out or whatever, and then I do my show, of course, at that time. So, Crystal, Tony, any more things for Jason Borjas with Latin Legend Podcast?
What kind of advice would you give somebody who's trying to do exactly what you guys do? Trying to start their podcast, trying to support the culture, the onda?
Um, just grind it out. Grind it out. Um, in that first year, try not to. If you're gonna, let's just for instance, let's say you're gonna go live on Tuesdays. Make sure you have somebody that first year. Make sure you have somebody. You gotta work yourself hard that first year for sure. Um, make sure people remember the name. Um, and if it happened to me a few times where the artist didn't show up. I even had Ralph sit in for me, like not sit in for me, but come in and I interviewed Ralph. Because I didn't have anybody. And don't say, "Oh, this week I'm not gonna do it." Don't do that. I
Mhm.
mean, if you're serious about it, don't do that. Try to do it at least once a week, and you'll be fine. Just grind it out.
Consistency. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, just like we're doing like 5, 6 days a week también too, Jason. I started at 7 days a week. I was doing Monday through Sunday at La Chingao, man. It got to be like, oh my gosh, like what topic am I
That's
talking
grinding right
about?
there.
Or who am I interviewing this week or those days, man? I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I kind of got better at it, right? I got better and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do 5 days a week. So I cut it down 2 days, cut out Saturday and Sunday, and then I said, you know what? I think this is getting a lot to not just to be for me, but for also the host that I have on the show. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna cut this down to 4 nights a week. So cut it down to 4 nights a week, and aquí estamos, bro. 4 nights a week at La Chinga. It's a lot of work, a lot of preparation. I tell this to Tony, I tell this to Crystal. It's a lot of work, man. You got to make sure your flyers are on point. You got to make sure and like I told Chris and Tony, I said I get here to my studio and it's in my house, but I still get here an hour before the show because you never know what can happen. Power can go
That's right.
out, your internet could go down, your laptop can freeze, you can't get anybody on. You're waiting on the guest, so you're not late, but the guest is late, so you're not late. But yes, to prepare for a podcast, it's a lot of work, man. Making sure the artist is going to show up, the guest is going to show up. It's just so much work put in, and it's a lot of time. It's more
Yes.
time put in. I mean, there's people that do a podcast for 3, 4 hours, man, and I'm just like, well, mind you, I used to do that. I used to.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing
A
we
long
don't do
time.
at Latin Legends, man. 45 minutes to an hour because we do not want to waste the artist's time, man.
That's well. So you know how many months it took me to get into that, Jason. It took me so many months to get into that, man. Because I was just sitting here talking, man, keep going, and I said, you know what? I said, I'm wasting their time now, keeping them on for 2 hours, 3 hours. I said, you know what? I need to cut that down. So 45 minutes, an hour. That's all I do. And the
Yeah.
only time they become 5 hours or 4 hours is like when I'm doing an award show or doing an event or
Oh
broadcasting
yeah,
an
yeah.
event like that. So the live is always running. So, I mean, so the mic is always hot. So I try to tell everybody, do not say anything that you don't want to put on the air because the mic is hot. So, um, no, but it is like I said, guys. It is a lot of work. Jason is with Latin Legends podcast. Jacob, they created the foundation, man. They're doing their thing out there. Jacob, good friend, man, of Jason, man. Real quick, I got a question, man. Any advice you'd like to give out there to anybody that started a podcast, Jacob, or is trying to start something career wise, or anything you'd like to give out there to the people out there?
And just like Jason said, just like if you want to find something and you like doing it, then do it. Just don't worry about what people say because sometimes your idea is better than what they're trying to bring in. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like you think of something you want to do, right? And you're like, oh, I like it. I think it'll work. And then you start asking people, they're like, nah, I think that's just dumb. You know what I mean? They're always going to give you some kind of negative feedback. Like, I don't think it'll work. But see what you think is gonna work and whatever they think is gonna work is just a totally different thing. Just do it. Pretty much. Just put your heart and soul into it and go for it and then be like, oh man, you know what? It did work after all. But you just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have a lot of how you say it, like confidence. Number one, confidence. You gotta believe in what you want to bring to the table and what you want to do and just keep doing it. That's it. So
Some great
don't let nothing
advice
hold
from
you
two
back.
great guys.
Say a
Two
prayer
great
and let's go.
Well, Jason, about an hour and 5 minutes on the show, man. We just talked about time, right? Time management, right? And I'm not trying to say goodbye to everybody, but we all do got other things going on. You got your own thing going on. Tony V is an
Yeah.
artist; he's got other things going on. Crystal Light's an artist herself; she's got other things to go do to be into. Jacob as well. Anything, Jason, you want to say to your family, friends, producers, everybody that supports you on your Latin Legend podcast? Anything you want to say before we close out tonight's show? Anything you want to leave? Anything
Yeah.
that you're working on to say before we head out?
Yes. Yes. Just thank you to everybody that's actually been through Latin Legends and that are no longer here. Thank you to the ones that are still here. Um, you know, thank you for believing in the show, believing in me and Jesse. Um, and let's keep going. Let's keep going. I've been saying this. We're gonna rock this till the wheels fall off. And we'll just see how far this goes. And you know, and if y'all have any questions that I can help you with, feel free to reach out to me on TikTok or Messenger on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to answer that for you. Um, but yeah, just pretty much that's pretty much it right now, man. That's what I got going on, and we're still doing some interviews. We got like right now, I got to get on a conference call with two artists, man, because they're fighting over the same date. They're fighting over the
Hey,
same date, bro. And I'm like, what the heck? And they're like, no, it's because we're gonna be busy next week. Well, I'm busy too, and I'm just like, okay, so we're gonna try to figure that out right now.
oh my gosh, no, it happens, man. In this industry, it happens. You can never make anybody happy, but long as you get them both on the show at a decent time, and you might have to do one earlier, then do one right after. And I've done
Yeah,
that too,
I've done
Jason.
double headers.
And I didn't have a
Yeah,
calendar before, man. So now I got a calendar, and I put everybody on the schedule. And like Crystal comes on when it's her time schedule, and everybody that's a host on the show, and then the artists too. Like I said, I reach out to them, but like I said, I never had a calendar before, and I would double book, and I've done it before, and I'm just like, oh my
oh
gosh,
yeah,
what the heck am I gonna do? So I do one interview at
yep,
4 o'clock, and then the other interview like at 7 o'clock. So
yeah.
it's a
Hey,
hassle, man. But
thank you for having me, bro. Thank you to your co-hosts here, bro. Really means a lot to me, bro, that I get this story out there, bro, because some people just like wonder like how this got started. So thank you for that, bro. Anything you need from me,
no,
you just holler, man.
hey, anytime, Jason. And like I said, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us, man. And also, Jacob, thank you for everything you're doing for La Onda, and keeping this guys on track. And like I said, it's not easy. This is not an easy
It
easy
ain't
job
easy,
to
believe
do.
that.
But you make it easy for him. You make it easy for him. So
Yeah, for sure, man. Now,
thank
thank
you
you for
guys so
having me
much.
on here too. So,
Anytime, Jacob. Anytime, Jason. Like I said, man, you'll have my number here, Rita, and anytime you need a call or get an artist on your show, man, let me know, and I'll help you schedule that, man, and help you guys out, man. It's all about supporting La Onda, so supporting La Cultura. So God bless you guys, Jason, Jacob. Thank you guys so
Yes,
much.
thank you. Thank
thank
you
you so
very
much.
much. Have a great night, guys.
Well, Crystal, man, it's awesome to have you as a host on our show. And what an awesome show you put on today, too. I was tuning in for a little bit. I know you were supposed to go live, but you make things work, you make things happen, right? I mean, I think that's what it's all about when you're a
Yeah.
podcaster. You make things work, right? And of course, like when it's only you and your brother running a podcast, and you got some other people running it with you guys, and like me, like if I'm sick, I am out. Like I have no help, unless I put it in the group chat, say, hey, can somebody cover for me or whatever. But like
Hmm.
for you, it's easier for you because like, hey, Crystal can't show up tonight. She's sick, she's ill. Well, somebody's gonna cover you for that day, right? Me, I gotta be on, sick or not, unless somebody can cover for me. But eventually I'll get to that point where they're able to cover for me. So but what an awesome two gentlemen, man, how they created their own podcast. And this is why we do these shows, do these interviews. It's very interesting how they get going, how they get started, because it puts it out there for the people who are younger. Mind you, I just turned 31 on the 24th, and I'm not getting any younger. So to all the younger podcasters that are starting out their dreams and careers, this is a show you want to look at. All right, because
Yeah.
it's giving a beneficial to other podcasters on how Latin Legends podcast got going, and they put it out there for you guys. And one day, I got to get with Crystal. I know she's busy, but I got to get with her to come and talk about her pep talk show and how they got going with that and how they came up with the name and stuff like that. So, Crystal, what did you think about these two talented gentlemen creating a podcast called Latin Legend Podcast?
Honestly, it was inspiring to listen to. They have a lot of passion for what they do, and it's very evident in the way they project that, the way they talk about what they do. I think that they're doing amazing, honestly. Um, and as an artist, I think it's people like them, like you, that we have to thank, for keeping La Onda alive, because we only do so much. We're in the studio, we get the music done, we go play it, right? But you guys are the ones that are pushing it behind the scenes. And so I think that what you guys do is amazing. I think that they have a good future ahead.
And you're right. Real quick before we head out, yes, it does start with the podcaster. It does start with the DJs, to put it out there for the artist. And but it's also the artist's job too to put out music too, because without
Hmm.
us playing the music, I mean, we could only play your single so many times, right? And I mean,
Right,
it's never going to
right.
go old, but it's going to go to the fans and people that are wanting to hire that band or hire that artist, right, for a wedding or quinceanera or an event. But it's the artist's job too to get their stuff out there también,
Hmm.
so everybody's got to work in that circle, right? I mean, yes, it does cost a little
Yeah.
bit for the artist to get a track out or even an album out, but because I mean, if you're writing your own album, you want to put out the right music, and so it's just a lot of preparation into being an artist. So we got
It,
a couple of shout
yeah.
outs in La Casa, man. Thank you for listening in out there, man. We got a lot of people. I just saw a comment over here. Let me see. I think I lost it. No, just kidding. Ay, ay, ay. We got Samuel Ramos. He just tuned in. I just seen his comment right there. We got Terry Fernandez Garcia says hello everyone. We got her saying in a shout out. We got Lori Garcia says hello everyone in the house, man. Bienvenidos a todos. I do want to say thank you to everybody listening in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We are really, really, really busy on the podcast, guys. I mean, of course, I was banned for a month, so I had to reschedule everybody to further dates in June. All right. We got Esmeralda Garcia checking in with us. Got to see when she's coming back on board with us. So don't forget, man, tune in tomorrow. We got Susie Q on a beautiful Thursday, man. We got her coming in. So, bienvenidos. Crystal, anything you want to say to our fans out there, your fans, before we head out?
Thank you again for listening tonight. It was a great interview, and the purpose here is just to support La Onda, and I'm just glad to see it happening. And again, congratulations on your awards.
Well,
So happy
yes,
for you.
congratulations. You're part of the team, so it's part of your award too. So congratulations on you being a part of the team. So and it's not my award, girl. It's not my award. It's not ours. It's not ours on the podcast either. I donated it to all the artists, all the fans, everybody that supports the Mexico Radio Talk Show. I did put that out there. So it is to the artists, to the DJs and podcasters and fans out there that show us love, support. Because without them, Crystal, there would be no podcast for one.
Yeah.
Because they're the one that show us the love, the support, and share their friends and share it to everybody. So, but yes, congratulations to the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, and God bless you guys. Thank you, Crystal. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. God bless. We got Susie Q tomorrow. And we do want to say good night. God bless you guys. And hasta la vista. Good night, everybody.